Are you a lover of good food? Of course, you're supposed to love good food. Authentic, rich, good food, especially this ofora. I don't understand people that say they don't like ofora. Look at this yumminess. How would you look at this beauty and say you don't like it? And this is a soup you should serve your guests. In fact, this is the only soup you should serve your guests this Christmas. Or at least it should be the first on the list that you will serve your guests this Christmas. If you want to see how I made this, please stay tuned. You're going to love this.
And it went like
So whenever you're making ora soup, normally the first thing to do would actually be to boil the cocoyam because it will take long. You can boil the cocoyam, then you put meat on fire. And since I'm taking chicken, it will take a bit of time, but it's best to have this one prepared and set aside. So we're just going to allow this to boil until it's soft. I have a video on how to do all of that. But it's pretty easy. Boil, peel off the skin, blend it to a puree, and we're good. Now I'm going to put hot water into this stockfish to make sure we get rid of any form of dead ants in it. So we'll just let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes while we wash other things. Sometimes when I buy this roasted fish, I still put it in the air fryer for about 5 10 minutes, but I don't feel like doing that today. But putting it in the air fryer again helps make it stronger so that after I'm done cooking, I won't be looking for the fish. But I don't feel like doing that today, so I'm going to cut this one into smaller bits. But now that I've cut it into smaller bits, um I don't think I want to use everything. I think I want to use just this. But I'm not sure. I don't know the quantity of this soup. Let me just put in a bit of this extra part here. So the hot water just makes it very easy for the hidden this sense to come out. You may have to open them up a bit, which is what I'm currently doing. Because sometimes these things can be so infested, it can be very annoying. Please give me a tip on how you usually buy stock fish and making sure that they don't have all these dead insects. Sometimes they are unavoidable, but some other times, there are certain ones you buy and you just be so upset. So that's our stockfish. So I just realized my mic was off when I was peeling that cocoyam. Anyway, a bit of water, actually a lot of water, but not so much, above the, just right above the this thing. Then we'll go and blend. Please always make sure that this has been properly blended before you take it out. You can use a spoon to scoop it or mix it around and look for lumps, no lumps. This looks like coconut milk. When you blend something like this, don't keep it anywhere. Oh. Somebody takes raw cocoyam, your throat itch for this. So this soup needs a lot of crayfish. I've actually not put the meat on fire, so I'm going to just do that now. For the chicken, all we need to spice it with is some salt and seasoning cubes, then pepper. So I'm adding a bit of blended green and red Scotch bonnet actually a lot of it. Then some yellow Scotch bonnet, just a bit. We'll add the remaining afterwards. So will let this steam and gradually bring out its own water and cook in its water for about 10 minutes, depending on how much water this has. And we'll put in the pomo and water to cook that. I believe I have a video on how to pluck this Ora leaves, but it's pretty simple. And then this one is already wrapped in newspaper, so once you just touch it, everything will be falling off. I would probably link that video, and this is very soft. Please, if you attempt to do this like me, you have to be very careful not to get the bad ones in or to get the stalk in. It's not been up to 2 minutes I put that meat on fire and it smells so good already. That's what fresh pepper does to meat. The aroma, the flavor out of this world. So set this aside. When it's ready to be used, um I'll just chop it with my hands and wash it. I'll take care of the Uziza off camera and I will see you people when it's time for the next step. I'm going to put in some water now. By the way, a quick tip, anytime you open your pot, do not face it like this. Always open it up like this. The reason you should face it like this is so that it doesn't pick up germs if it is faced the other way around. After about 10 minutes or 12 minutes, I would put in the stockfish and the momo. The stockfish goes in. So the stockfish is a bit tough and would need to cook properly. Also, the stockfish is that fish that actually makes use of a lot of water. So when you've introduced your stockfish, you have to be very careful. I'm putting in the pomo as well. I mean, it's soft, but it can be softer. We're going to stir that. Has been on fire for about 20 minutes. I'll go in with the cocoyam puree. Stir it. Yeah. Right on top of this, I'm going to add in oil. Palm oil, a generous amount. Forgive me for pouring this directly from the. Oh my god, have to be very careful. I'll just cover this and allow it to cook before I add in other things. So this, oh, look at that beauty. So I think I like the thickness just this way. It can be a bit thicker, but crayfish. Need a lot of crayfish for this, like I said earlier. Rest of the yellow Scotch bonnet. Uziza leaves. Before I forget, fish. Stir this. So I've just tasted for salt. There's no pepper in this thing. I want it a bit spicy, so I'm going to add in a bit of seasoning, fresh pepper, dry pepper. Now the ogiri goes in. This ogiri doesn't smell like the original, so I think I need a lot of it. I'm going to wait for this to boil together and know if that ogiri is enough. Poto no fe, imanana masuzi. Look at that. Look at this beauty. Nekwa no fe mechili meye. Hehehe. Ihe mi hekwa. Okay. So I like this consistency. I don't want it too thick. I'm going to put in the Ora leaves now because I have washed them. But then before that, let me taste it again. There's this song that goes, Ihe di marie me go. Make the good things of life chop my money. Look at. This smells so good. About to eat good tonight. This is the type of soup you should make for your Christmas guests. Ora soup. Just make sure you have enough ogiri, a lot of crayfish, you have stockfish because stockfish is very flavorful. What else now? And then make sure you have very good palm oil. If you don't have good palm oil, you can buy banga, palm nuts, and use the extract. That one is a banger. The palm oil I use is from my state, from my village to be precise. If you don't know where I'm from Ebonyi state, and we have one of the best palm oils in Nigeria. Ask around, ask around, because this looks so good, it tastes so good, it smells so good. If you cook this type for your guests, as they're coming into your compound, they can tell that they're about to have premium enjoyment. So I'm just going to let this sit. It will just keep boiling. I'll let that sit for about, not up to 5 minutes, just 2 minutes, and I'll take it out. This is called ofe olakasi, soup that you washed your hands to cook. If you watched up until this point, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. I would see you tomorrow. There's this song Igbos will sing. I mean, there's this song that goes, eh? There's this song